The other day I was reading in the book of Exodus, chapter 3, verses 1 through 6, and I read these words and I thought, that's incredible. Listen to what it says. Tending the flock of Jethro, his father-in-law, the priest of Midian. And he led them to the mountain of God Horeb, where he saw a bush that was on fire, but it was not consumed. So Moses said, I will now turn aside and see this wonderful sight, why the bush is not consumed. And as he observed, suddenly the voice of the Lord came to him, saying, I am the God of your father, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and I have surely seen the affliction of my people who are in Egypt, and have heard their cry because of their taskmasters. I know their sorrows, and I am come down to deliver them. Now what do you see when you read this passage? Do you see a talking bush? Do you see a desert on fire? Do you see an angel or a messenger from God? What do you see? I want you to think about that for a moment. We talk about holy ground. You and I talk about holy ground. We talk about places where God's presence is. I wonder if Moses talked about this place as a holy place. I think probably not. You see, there wasn't smoke, there wasn't lightning, there wasn't thunder. There wasn't a whole bunch of people with robes and trumpets announcing the presence of God. No, God was there, but it didn't look like much. It looked like a bush that was burning but not being consumed. Sometimes God shows up in our life in ways we don't expect, in places we wouldn't think to look. Sometimes holy ground doesn't look like a magnificent palace. Sometimes holy ground looks like a desert with a flame. But if we slow down and pay attention, if we take time out in our day to seek God, to listen for His voice, to watch for His presence, then we might just see that God is there in the ordinary and the everyday, even in a burning bush that doesn't make any sense at all. Are you seeking the Lord today? Are you looking for God in your life? If so, I would encourage you to keep your eyes open and your heart attentive, for God may be speaking to you through some very unexpected means. Until next time, God bless you, and remember, never get dressed up for church. You never know when God's going to show up.